Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy WattsTV, man, and today we have a reaction video. Today we are reacting to an ABBA and Preach video. This video is about Young Philly and all the allegations that are just popping up out of nowhere about him. Yeah, so I just really want to see what ABBA and Preach have to say about it. Please do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. Really helps out with the channel. Lets me know that you're rocking with the content. And also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/watts_TV94. I have been streaming a lot more often, so you guys do not want to miss the streams. Anyway, let's get into the video.
Your friends are not coming to your defense when nobody around you is.
Silence radio.
The people you all came up with, some of them even going behind closed doors to say, yo, listen, stay away from this one. He might have really done it. That just don't speak well about you. No. It doesn't speak well about your relationships with people, and it doesn't speak well about how you're perceived by all the people around you. Young Philly's getting cancelled.
Popular musician and YouTuber from the UK known as Young Philly has been...
Musician? I'm not gonna lie, I never knew him to be a musician. I've never heard him rap, never heard him sing. I just knew that he made content. I didn't know he made music. You learn something new every day.
Extradited from Queensland to WA, accused of serious sexual allegations following an incident in Perth.
That's right, Lara, and it's serious. He's facing 4 counts of penetration without consent, 3 counts of occasioning bodily harm, and 1 count of impeding a person's normal breathing or circulation. Detective.
He's cooked. He's cooked. This man's career, actually, no, this man's life is just, it's over at this point. Did y'all not hear those charges? This is serious.
The 29-year-old man said. Correct.
Actually, I don't think this guy's a Jedi. No, I don't think he's just here like.
Yeah.
This man's not Darth Sidious. I think if she couldn't breathe, it's because he was choking her.
Yeah.
A woman in her 20s in his Perth hotel room after he performed an event in Hillary's on Saturday, September 28.
All right, so his bail conditions are pretty strict. He's going to be stuck over there till December. He's not allowed to leave Western Australia until he's stood trial. Apparently, the police officers have strong CCTV evidence for why they justified themselves making the extradition and the arrest, as well as...
That is insane. The fact that he has to stay in Australia until December is wild.
Photos and videos of the young girl's injuries to her body and to her neck. So, start off at the beginning. These are allegations. They haven't been proven true. If you don't know who Young Philly is a very popular content creator and a semi-popular music artist. He's currently on tour right now, so he's performing. He does his songs in different places. You might know him from Beta Squad, the work he's done with Chunks, and he's been on BBC. He's done a whole bunch of television shows. Let me just say, his life's pretty much over. But I can tell you, all of his TV contracts, all the commercials, all the brand deals where he makes most of his money.
That's dropped.
It's over.
I'm sure.
Especially in a place like the UK where they don't play with allegations like that. For someone like him who is so mainstream and relying on that to make 90% of his money, that's just pretty much done. Young Philly has a long history of being weird around women, apparently. So we're going to examine some of that, take a look at it towards the end. I personally know quite a lot of creators who've either worked with him consistently, or know a lot about him through being in the UK scene. And most of them, all of them have negative things to say about him.
Really?
Yeah. What I know is that from all the people I know who have interacted with him, they all say a lot of the similar things. He's very aggressive with ladies, and they all say he's incredibly arrogant and very pompous when the cameras are off, and he's just very mean towards people.
Gotcha.
Okay, so to people that have essentially been around Philly for a long time, this probably does not come as a surprise to anyone. Damn, that just it sucks, because I mean, you never know how these people act off camera. You really don't. But this one, I just feel like it came out of left field for me. Obviously, I'm more shocked because I didn't know who he was, outside of content or whatever. But damn, man, I don't know. That's crazy. The fact that multiple people that worked with him that ABBA claimed to know, the fact that they're like, nah, he's a POS. He was aggressive. He was a jerk. Blah. Damn. That is insane. So, yeah, lines up, I guess.
And these are people I respect very well. These are people who work with him consistently. So when a lot of the people around you are all saying, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
You know? If they
I'm
would have
like,
said this about Chunks,
It's not, oh, shit. It's been like, oh.
yeah, him, young Philly doing the silly with his Willie moving like young Diddy. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I'll take that.
Yo.
The one that was most telling to me was that 4 months ago there was a post talking about how
was funny.
he is with fans on tour, and in the post a lot of people were leaving comments, and I didn't care for most of them, but there was one of them that was like interesting. I mean, some of these are just arrogance. Like he goes here and like someone says, yes, he tried to make me and my friends guess how much money he makes yearly, and when we said we had boyfriends, he called us dead things anyways. So
Okay, okay. You know exactly what that is, right? It's like when a dude in New York try to holler at you or whatever, like they're trying to talk to you, and then when you reject them, they be like, "Well, f you then anyway, you ugly." That's exactly what that's like. I just think that it's funny that they have a UK version of that. That's what I think it's.
that one's weird. But here's the one that really stood out to me. The way he was acting in Australia was outrageous. And then someone else replies, "What happened?" And then the original poster says, "He bit my homegirl outside the club."
Damn. Okay, Q dog. All right. Hey, no offense to all the Q dogs that follow me, but y'all know y'all used to be biting chicks at parties. Y'all used to bite they butt. Don't act like you ain't do that. Do not act like you didn't do that. Y'all was out here biting butts. All right. I don't know if y'all still doing it because things are a little different today, but Q dogs is out here biting asses.
Now, mind you, this is 4 or 5 months ago before any of this kind of stuff surfaced.
Damn.
And over the years, there was talk of him being involved with an underage person. There's a lot of little things like that. And overall, the vibe that he gives off, as well as what people say about him, is he's a bit of a, I don't know if sex pest is the right term, but the dude is... he's a
Sex pest. Sex.
You know what I mean?
I've never
Somebody
heard
just
of
be
that.
on it all the time.
Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. I've heard that a few times.
But that's good.
Adam was an only child.
Listen to the question, babe, yeah?
So there's no other brothers or sisters.
Your hair smells like so.
That made me so uncomfortable.
Thank you.
Was it that weird to sniff someone's hair?
Kind of, yeah.
Yes, it is. But
It made me cringe. Yes.
You know the Diddy thing? That like, there's a lot of things that we look back on
With Diddy.
with Diddy.
was
like,
Yeah.
and now that we know everything that we know, we look back at it and we're like, oh. But when this happened, we probably would say like, that's a bit odd, isn't it? That's a bit off, right? But when we know what we know, it's like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, part of his humorous stick was being like a horny dog. That was part of his persona. It was.
I understand.
For some
It
people,
wasn't a persona. That was just him.
think that's funny. I always thought it was a bit cringe.
That can
But
always that's gonna back.
That was his bit. Him and the other guy, the Panero dude, they would just often be really horny, like sexually aggressive with ladies. And for them, that was what was funny for the fans. But the reality was, it was always a bit awkward if you're a well-adjusted person.
Look good as well. What's that? Oof, you're on jiggles as well. Oof.
Emily.
Come a bit closer to me, Emily, I don't stink. And your name is?
Gracie.
Emily and Gracie, ladies and gentlemen. Got great skin, by the way.
A tortoise.
Reflection.
Oh,
Look, we're holding hands now, see? Now that I've won some riddles, she's saying, oh, you're a strong, independent man.
all of them.
Okay, and you're... Ooh, yeah? White gals tick as well. Look after you.
It's obviously.
Oh, you're amazing. Don't hide.
Oh,
Come here. Ooh,
Great
might
pair
wait
of
for your
legs
head.
I mean, like, it's part of his.
I've seen his content, but it was always with like a group with like, what do they call it, the Beta Squad or whatever. I've never seen him act like this to this extent. Like it always came off as like a joke, but this just seems like this is him being himself. Like and it's kind of creepy.
Right, he's a bit of a horn dog.
I see what you're saying.
Again, in a vacuum, I don't think this thing is necessarily a smoke gun. It is just a bit weird behavior. In my opinion.
Yeah.
And to be fair, now this makes a lot of sense to me because I've seen like podcast clips of him talking about how he talks to women really badly. And like, for clarification, I didn't take anything to heart. I don't want anyone to be like, oh my God, what a horrible guy. So we're like exchanging DMs back and forth. I was 20 at this point. Yeah, I was 20. And then he like finds my YouTube videos and he's like sending me pictures of myself in my videos, like telling me he didn't like what I was wearing, or like he didn't like how I looked in that video.
No, that's weird. No, that's fucking weird. That is weird. I don't even know how to. That's a little stalkerish too. Like, why? That's weird. I don't know what else to say about it. That's mad weird.
And then like I can't remember what I responded.
Like somebody asked for his opinion, you know?
Not a crime. Fucking off.
Yes.
Weird?
Yes,
Yo,
it's
I've been doing
weird.
not a crime.
It's
not
weird.
a crime. God damn.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's keep listening.
Yo, j'aime pas ce que tu portes là. Ferme ta gueule, G.
To a girl you're like
Hey,
chatting?
girl, you.
That's so weird.
Yes.
That's weirdo.
What I responded, but I like tried to just be like, oh, haha. And then he sent me like the most brutal message being like, look, you seem like a lovely girl, but like, honestly, I just could not be any less interested in you. So I'm not going to let you waste your time on this. And I was like, oh my
I bet you felt so
God,
humble.
I never wanted to show my face ever again. I was with Lewis in the car and I was like, what on earth? And I was like, why respond to me that? Like, why keep the conversation going with me then? Like, if you were just going to say that.
Okay, so basically he's acting like that you're like, well, why don't you just shut the fuck up then? He's acting like some people that are watching their
I see
videos
what
and
you're
then commenting.
But when I told you this guy is very entitled and arrogant, and that's what people around him say, and this is what these people in the clips are saying, this is just a reflection of what happened.
Right.
Everything that I've been told before, I see videos of how he is behind. Like,
let's just say I had a girlfriend, hypothetically, yeah? And I know one of her biggest insecurities was her weight, yeah? And she showed me a red dress and she showed me a blue dress, yeah? I'm not saying this is good how I am. I need to work on it. She showed me a red dress and a blue dress, and I knew in the blue dress she looked a bit fat, but she really liked the red dress more. I would actually say to her, baby, look a bit fat in that blue dress.
Right.
Because do you know what? Do you know why I would? Well, my train of thought. I do believe it's wrong though, but the only reason I'd say that is because I don't want her to now wear this one because she didn't hear her insecurity in that one. Do you get what I'm saying? Or maybe I just need to work on.
You're doing
what?
You're doing way too much to show someone's insecurity. You're doing way too much.
but does any of this mean he did that? I just there's
No,
a bit of
No. None of this necessarily means that he did this. Like, nothing that Abba and Preach have showed that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, he did something illegal. But if he did, it would make sense. That's their whole argument. Like, no one would be surprised. Like, it, because dude kind of weird. Dude mad weird around women. And I can see how he can be perceived as really, like, arrogant and disrespectful. Especially if all of this shit is true.
social retardation when I see this guy and just the way he behaves. It's just like, what's wrong with you? It's just sometimes I see people, I'm like, are you maladjusted? And then it makes sense to me why you would choke somebody out and then beat them after a show, even though you got all the money, you have access to all women who would do it with you consensually. It makes sense to me why you would force yourself on somebody, because you're just like a socially weird person.
It's
like you are entitled and arrogant.
It's,
It's like, it makes
it's a power thing.
Yeah.
There's a power thing there.
Yeah.
There's definitely a way where he wants to have power over you, where I need to tell you your insecurities. No, especially if you didn't ask. Yeah, she asked which one is better. Well, answer the question. That one is better. You know what I mean? Not which one is better. You're ugly and fat in that one.
Thank you. There's just something off about it. To me, this is one of them situations where obviously this is going to be something that's going to be litigated in court, but as far as his career goes, it's done for.
I think.
And there's no situation I've ever been in with a girl where I was just leaving bruises all over her body and all over her neck. That's not normal, even in a consensual situation. Someone you just met, for you to be out there, either you're one of the biggest dumb fucks I've ever met in my life, and you just leave random marks on women you barely know, okay, which is a crazy proposition, even in a consensual context, or you're just really just doing evil shit behind closed doors. But to me, it's one of them ones where it's like, if you're gonna be fucking fans on tour, you're gonna be doing this stuff, man, make sure everything is right. Because all you people are just out here just taking chances in front of cameras. Odds are very likely this guy did this stuff, and everybody I know who heard about this said he probably did it. So
That's crazy.
yeah, when your friends are not coming to your defense, when nobody around you is.
Silence.
You know what? I will say, when I heard this news break or whatever, I did look up to see what the hell, Chunks has said about this situation, because I know like they're a duo essentially, like they're supposedly friends, I guess. I don't know. I was wondering, because I'm like, damn, this is his man's. Like, how do you feel about that, right? He hasn't said anything from what I've seen as of yet. No one has like openly come out to defend him. So
silence radio.
The people you all came up with, some of them even going behind closed doors to say, yo, listen, stay away from this one. He might have really done it. That just don't speak well about you. It doesn't speak well about your relationships with people, and it doesn't speak well about how you're perceived by all the people around you. So that's where I stand with this.
If you gotta go on tour and sleep with these girls, don't.
Fucking groupies doesn't have to be a horrible thing. It's just,
no, it's not.
You just can't be entitled.
I will say, I am not going to shame him for, screwing groupies. It is what it is, right? And it happens. What I will say is, though, it's smarter if you didn't. It's the likelihood of artists not smashing their groupies is very slim. If you don't do it, you're not going to get caught up in any. You feel me?
If just because she a groupie, if it come to a point where she's in bed but she says no, then you just gotta let it go.
Yeah.
There's gonna be another groupie at the next show.
That's a good bar. Did you hear yourself?
No, but just there's gonna be a groupie at the next event. Like me finding out this dude's a sex pest, liking 15-year-old girls' pictures and stuff like that. It's just
crazy.
One of them situations where I'm like, why? There's so many people you got access to, but it's the entitlement. It's the same entitlement that makes them say all that foul shit to people. It's the same entitlement that makes them acting crazy to people. It's the same entitlement that makes them think you can be a famous person and just liking 15-year-old tweets. Or talking to 17-year-olds on a regular basis as a 30-year-old. Or, you know what I mean?
How's it getting worse?
Like gross shit where you're just sniffing with it. It's the same thing. But this shit catches up with you eventually. Somewhere out there, I guarantee you, a man named LV General is just loving his best life.
Who's LV General?
And you may not know the lore. This is probably one of my favorite bits of lore that I know for no fucking reason. But LV General is the guy who Young Philly came up with when they first started. Okay. And then Young Philly got rid of him because LV is a little bit crazy. And LV's always been bitter about that. But now he's seeing Young Philly get to the top and then go to prison. Yo.
I haven't heard that nigga in a long time. I haven't heard that shit in a long time.
I'm telling you, man.
Yo.
Australian prison gotta be crazy too.
You thought it's crazy that you see fucking spiders and snakes in your hotel room? Can you imagine what the hell is in an Australian prison? Jesus.
Out there in cellmates with fucking giant spiders and snakes that look like humans.
Yeah. What did I just say?
In Australian prison, you don't gotta worry about other men when you drop the soap. Yeah. Imagine if a spider went up your ass.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hey, 100%. You gonna be shitting cobwebs and everything.
100%.
Yeah. Every time you go to sleep, prison starts good night and just.
I thought I was supposed to be alone in my cell.
All right.
You are.
Gross.
Just like 100 eyes glowing in the dark and shit like that.
I was supposed to be alone in my cell.
Yeah.
Yo.
You know what I find so interesting about this situation? I want you guys to like really understand like how easy it is to like not be a piece of shit. It's like it's the easiest thing in the world to just be a nice person. Like if you are a content creator, make content and stay out of the way. It is so easy. Like it's so easy to be nice to people. It's so easy not to abuse people. It is very, very, very easy not to talk to underage girls. Like this is beyond easy. Like this man obviously needs help. And it's wild because obviously like his career is over at this point. So what happens after December, we'll see. But it sounds like he dead ass like might go to jail. But it's just like with people like him and people like Diddy, I'm just like, you have so much money. Are you bored? Is that like, guys, is that the reason? Like, are y'all bored? Because you could give that some of that money to me. Give it to the people. Share the wealth, all right? You don't have to be bored. You can make your life a little harder if you want, financially if you want. I just don't understand. Like, what is going on? Is it boredom? Do you have too much money? Do you not know what to do with it? Like, what is going on? I don't know, guys. At this point, I'm just rambling. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree with anything that Abba Pre said or I said? Or do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Also, follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Watts_TV94. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.